I made a nursing visit to give a loved one a hug. Danielle Lynn here, talking about hospice and when to call that 24/7 number. So, yes, I literally went out and did a visit, and it was way after hours, midnightish. Um, and I had when the loved one had called triage, and I called them back. And when I called the caregiver back, she was sobbing so hard I could not understand what she was saying. So I had to calm her down. I had no idea what was going on with the patient. I had to say, you need to sit down, get some water, and to breathe, that I was there for her. And before I even knew what was going on, I said, listen, I want you to relax. I'm going to come out, but let me know what's going on. In this situation, the partner of the patient had was kind of out of it all day, which was new for her, the loved one. And when the patient did say something, she mentioned that she was going to die. She knew she was going to die, and she saw herself flying with Jesus, and he was under Jesus's wing, which just emotionally wrecked the caregiver, who was already beyond exhausted. So when I hear something like that, I know right away that the family needs support. It's frightening. You don't know what to make of it. You don't know if it's real. And it's, like I said, it's scary. I will tell you, to be completely transparent, sometimes patients may say things like this if they need more oxygen and the oxygen needs to be turned up, or if they're starting to have poor perfusion and they're just not getting oxygen to the brain. But there are actual times, and I don't want to panic anyone because this does not mean it's going to be a truth in your situation. But there are some times when a patient can tell when they're going to pass on, and they might express it, and then in 24 hours they pass. I don't understand how that happens, how they know, but it does happen. Now, I'm off call now, I'm on my break, but it's still sticking in my head. And when I tell you, excuse me, this is where it's hard to be a nurse and human too. When I walked in there, the first thing I asked the patient's partner was, I asked them if I could give them a hug. And when I tell you, I've had hugs before from loved ones. She gripped me. I felt the fear in her. Did I evaluate the patient? 100%. I took vital signs immediately after I knew the caregiver was okay. And I could at least give her the peace of mind that the patient's vital signs were stable, that this could be just she was having a bad day, she could possibly be having a UTI, or it could be because she hadn't been eating and has lost weight, and when she gave the comfort medications that morning, they're being metabolized differently, which made her made the patient out of it for the day. So yes, that's how important you are as a caregiver. We will come out to support you, to educate you. I spent an hour there, and that hour was with the caregiver. Like I said, of course, I evaluated the patient. The patient was sleepy. I already checked her vital signs, her breathing, made sure she had everything she needed to be comfortable. So, the best advice I could give that caregiver is I said, she wanted someone to come out the next day, which I left a detailed email when I got home to that nurse to let her know what went on. And I lost my train of thought, but I don't know what happened, but I know that I told her to take this time for her to rest because she looked completely exhausted physically, emotionally, and mentally. I said, I asked if she sleeps close by her partner, and she said she did. So I said, so do that, be there, but get the rest while you can. And then I assured her that her vitals were stable. I wasn't seeing anything that was saying to me this patient was near their end. So, that's the hard thing about us on-call nurses is day shift gets to follow up and, make sure the patient got what they needed. But we do the best we can at night, and then we just never really know what happened with the patient or the loved one. If they were grateful. I mean, I'm sure she was grateful. She said so much. But at any rate, I'm sorry if I'm a little emotional myself because I myself had to deal with my own physical medical issues that I've been pushing off because of work and caring for my own family. But at any rate, my whole point of this is to tell you that it is completely valid for you to call the 24/7 number if you as a caregiver need support. Please remember that. Thank you. Take care. Peace out and God bless.